The House of Representatives is clearly a majorities rule chamber. In order to control the chamber, one party must secure 218 out of 435 seats, or just over 50%. In the current session of Congress, the Republicans control 247 seats, giving them their largest majority since the 80th Congress of 1946-47, when they controlled 246 seats. Individual members of the House do not have the ability to filibuster proposed legislation, or to put holds on legislation, and so on. The minority party has little procedural power to block legislation preferred by the majority from coming up for a vote, particularly if there is a large majority, as happens to be the case in the House currently. The Speaker of the House of Representatives is one of the few constitutional officers actually referenced in the U.S. Constitution. According to the Presidential Succession Act of 1947, Paul Ryan is now third in line for the presidency behind President Obama and Vice President Biden. As the Speaker, Ryan is nominally supposed to float above the fray of politics. Speakers, for example, rarely vote on legislation, unless they choose to do so because of the historic nature of the bill at hand. In practice, however, speakers typically are very involved in the leadership of their parties in the House. The day-to-day managers of the parties in the House are the House majority and minority leaders. Those positions are currently held by Kevin McCarthy of California, who's the Republican House Majority Leader, and Nancy Pelosi of California, who is the Democratic Minority Leader. Typically, minority leaders become Speaker when party control of the chamber changes. The Speaker has significant agenda-setting power. Ultimately, he or she decides what bills do or do not come up for a vote on the House floor. The Speaker also guides how that vote will proceed by directing the House Rules Committee to apply an open or a closed rule to any particular piece of legislation. A closed rule requires limited debate and very few amendments be added to a bill. If the majority strongly prefers a bill, it will likely apply a closed rule to it to prevent the minority party from being able to alter or delay passage of that bill. If a bill is particularly contentious, or if the Speaker wants to involve the minority party, they will apply an open rule to the bill, which allows for more amendments to be proposed and a lengthier debate. Ultimately, though, is the Speaker that primarily directs traffic in the House.